neighborhoods.
Who
You
does
ever
that
heard Martin Luther-
association? Is it you or they?
No, no. Like the shitty, like Martin Luther King. There's a Martin Luther King Boulevard in Baltimore, in New York City. They're all shitty in like decrepit areas.
This is true.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King is very, very known. All the boulevards seem to be in the, the rankiest places that you can find.
Yeah, what a start.
So, Ulrich was just wondering exactly where in Boston is this Martin Luther King, or like he called it, Martin Luther King, monument. Where is it actually located?
I wonder if viewers finally know that that's actually behind this wasn't a picture this whole time.
Hit us in the comment section and let us know whether or not you knew that this was some sort of smart television. Look at that, Christopher Perkins, first one in
You gonna
the
start with me?
door.
You gonna start with me?
No, that's not Christopher
Oh,
Perkins.
sorry.
That's T. Riddler.
Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, Christopher. I apologize. You too, T. Riddler. I remember.
Well, T. Riddler, it sounds like Ulrich wants someone to go in on him. So there you go. Pause on
No.
that. But just go in on Ulrich. Give him a piece of your mind. Let him know how you really feel. We're doing a late show today. We had some a couple of little hiccups here and there, but I was a little passive aggressive to my friend about it. But I'm over it now.
You want to say hi, Doc?
Oh, I'm not even in the frame. I just realized.
And everyone knows that I'm Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. I'm here.
Right, I'm Ulrich.
And I'm Dr. Surgeon, the people's doctor.
He's a real MD, y'all. Good one too. So if you ever need a bullet taken out your ass, give me, hit me in the DM, and I'll reach out to him. He'll be like, yo, Doc, they got me. The ops got me, Doc. I need some help. So what we're gonna talk about is this new.
That's a nice background, by the way.
That's cool.
It's very-
It's just the same background from last time.
It is.
Oh, it is?
I'm glad
Not
that
for the very first time.
No. This is what I'm glad that you've done this, because what's gonna happen is people are gonna know when did they come in, because that wasn't until episode 40 that we changed the background. So we did 40 episodes with a different background. Now this is 40 coming up. Let's see where you stand in this sort of thing going on here.
Yeah, I'm on the show and I notice none of this.
Yeah, Ulrich doesn't pay attention to stuff like that. Ulrich is a guy's guy. Ulrich doesn't wear skinny jeans. You'll never see Ulrich in anything like this, because in his mind, this is what my mother wears.
I made that comment earlier. I didn't mean anything mean by it.
I didn't take it the wrong way. Come on. How many men are walking around like this? Come on. It's true. It's true. Hey, everything you're speaking is truth. But it's an American thing to be everywhere outside of this country, this beautiful, beautiful country that we live in. Men are wearing scarves for every situation.
All right.
It's something that I have a lot of scarves, and I like to use them. I like to wear them, and I am that kind of guy. Gonna rock the scarf.
I don't judge you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But you are free to judge me in the comment section. Please judge me. I don't care.
All right, let me know when you want to.
Let me know what you think about it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna listen to CNN. I think that's CNN.
Okay.
And they're gonna talk a little bit about that clip that I put, and then we're gonna give our little about that. Whoa, Christopher Perkins has a lot to say. Let's show this man some respect. Hold on.
Sure.
I hate the statue. What a waste of $10 million. That money could have helped the community in so many ways. They could have opened a trade school for the poor.
That's the facts.
Good stuff. I concur. All right.
Christopher Perkins, my friend, you have truly said a word, as Yvette Carnell would say. You said a word there, brother.
All right, so let's get everybody up to speed.
All right, let me get you up to speed. I don't know if we're gonna show it. We're gonna just play
Okay,
it.
so a monument meant to honor the Reverend Dr.
I know,
Martin
it's
Luther King
visual.
Jr. and his wife Coretta Scott King's legacy, facing some backlash. The Embrace, it's called the Embrace. The statue was unveiled Friday at the Boston
Wanna just give a
Common,
brief look real
where
quick?
King gave
will.
a speech back in 1965. It was inspired by a photograph of the couple hugging after Dr. King won the Nobel Peace Prize back in 1964. So look at the hands in the picture. Look at that. The art piece designed by conceptual artist Hank Willis Thomas only features a couple's arms during the embrace and not their heads, which has sparked a mixed reaction.
All right, I don't want to hear what anybody else's reaction is. Let's go real quick to. I'm gonna go to images because images, and you know what I found interesting is that no one has done an aerial 360 view of this. No one has taken a camera, not even a camera. What's those those drones? No one has taken a drone and flown around this, and it started making me think. I wonder, are they stopping people with the drones? Because most people would be taking a quick drone shot of this, no? But there's no. I looked everywhere for it for the last 2 days. There's no drones yet. So hopefully, if there's a drone shot, I will make sure I run back to this video, go to the edit section, and I will hit the description with an opportunity for you to see that. I just want to just go to the images section on this. What just
So you want
happened?
to just Google
Oh.
images?
Yeah, I thought this was on Google. We weren't on
No, this
Google?
is on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Let's go to Google. But no worries. And I want to just show the different sides of this. It's supposed to be about a husband and wife and their love for each other and the embrace. All symbolism. We need reparations,
Not statues.
not statues. It's so true.
Nice, yeah.
But so many people fall for that type of stuff. And the celebration, and the ceremony. How many? We got enough statues of, King and what King represented.
Yeah.
And
And-
what did King represent? He really,
Look at the bird's eye view of this. This is the picture that I put in the thumbnail. Oh my God, it looks like a straight up booty. Did you see that? That looks like a butt.
It does
Turn,
it
it
does
looks
look
like a
like
butt
like a
going
turn
down to
inward.
knees and then the feet turn into hands.
Oh yeah, yo, all right, yo.
The butt goes down into knees and then it just drops up into hands and then it's like some sort of weird head there.
Right. So you ever heard of this movie called Society?
No.
Society. It was like in the 80s. It was like a movie where people were like from another. They were like from another. These rich people were seemingly from another world, and their butts would their bodies were backwards, and their butts were like in their front, and their privates were in their back and stuff, and their
What's the
bust
name of
was
this
in their back.
movie?
It's called Society. It is an absolute.
And you talk about my scar. But
Huh?
you watching movies like this. You watching movies like this, Ulrich? What's going on here? Look at
It
this.
was a fascinating movie.
Look at that. That is supposed to be her hands wrapped around his, what looks like to me. Can I tell you what it looks like to me? It looks like large intestines to me. That large intestinal tract that's up here, it looked like the highest intestinal tract. And then, what else did you, Ulrich mentioned something earlier. What did you say it looked like?
What did I mention that it looked like?
Yeah, you remember?
No, I don't remember. I think I remember you or somebody else said it looked like the hands holding a phallic.
Yeah, did you see that? There's some people were saying that it looked like someone was holding a penis. It looked like a penis being held. It looks like a cross between a penis and a liver
You
and a large intestine.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. It does look like a lot of things, and I don't think it's an issue so much that it looks crude or it's like an inappropriate symbol. I think the whole issue with this statue is that it's an expensive way to placate what I don't even know. I don't know if it's trying to show Boston some. Yeah, someone. I don't know if it's meant to show that Boston has an appreciation for Martin Luther King, and because it's the holiday, this is the perfect time to unveil this. I don't really know what purpose this statue has.
Well, this represents the when he got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, but it's him and his. So we're supposed to think of it as. So we're supposed to look at that statue and say, "This is This is the time Martin Luther King was recognized."
Right.
But I don't. So the whole point of the statue is saying is not commemorating Martin Luther King. Saying Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King won something.
Do you think this represents what Martin Luther King won?
I'm saying I'm trying to find what the point, what the actual issue with the statue.
No. This is Doc, please tell me what you're thinking about this.
You know, this repeats itself over and over again, and it's just a real waste of our time at the end of the day. But you know, it replays itself to diminish, you know, for each generation, less connected to what actually happened. They're not even showing you face. What you got is 2 arms right now to represent Martin Luther King.
Yeah, and they and then it's holding something that's
and
either
it
phallic
becomes all weird
intestinal,
or whatever.
organ-like.
So the generations to come, they'll hear of King and they'll associate with this type of imagery or
Right.
this symbol.
They won't even
not
know.
the statue of this man or this person or whatever like
They
that.
won't even
It just, you know, it's for lack of a better word, just dehumanizing the whole process.
Right.
They're not really connected with a real person that was
Right,
living,
right.
and you know. But in the end,
Sorry.
it's an issue with us wasting our time. You know, and we're being like played for fools to focus on this type of stuff when we have so much real issues going on. You know, so much real things that will affect us now and our kids and grandkids. But they forcing you to think about nonsense.
Right.
And with all due respect about the nonsense part of things in the past.
So,
And-
Doc, let me ask: do you have a feeling that the picture was purposely controversial to an extent in order to create a social conversation, a social discussion?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was created for a social conversation, but right now,
I love that question,
being weird is different. Being controversial, you know, gets you the clout. Being something that you know, so I'm not surprised, and I'm sure the artists, they're not complaining about all this attention that this is getting because some people are kind of like off-putting about it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So-
there's so much backlash on this.
You know.
But here's the thing: you can't make people happy. And they claim that it was 3,000 people were involved in making and creating this. 3,000 people. They
Yeah,
claim.
that's a little later in the video.
Yeah. We're not gonna even play the rest of the video because CNN, you know, YouTube is they don't care about us.
You know.
Like Michael Jackson said.
And why should they?
Why should they? Right.
Yeah, no, that's
Why
fine.
should
That's
they?
fair.
Why
See, this is the
should
thing is,
That's
this is the
fair.
problem, and the issue is, we understand how media is portrayed.
Right.
So why would they care about you?
They don't.
And the thing about it is that answer is depending on who you are. So my answer might be different from yours. And that's okay. We should be okay with that. We have to understand in which way this thing is being moved, you know, to create what. You know? And this piece of it, you know, this idea of looking back, this revisiting of history in such a way that only placates more separation and so on and so forth. Nothing to really strengthen or nothing like that. So when we're looking at this type of stuff, looking back at that does not help us move forward.
Right.
That's not the type of history that helps us avoid nonsense in the future. So we're studying history in a wrong type of way. You know, so
Can I go left?
Go left.
go left. I mean, it's
Swerve, man.
this calls for left.
Yeah. Can I go left? This is all part of the reality that we're in. And this reality that we're in, fear pain, stress, I would argue is an actual commodity that this reality feeds off of. That's why all movies suck, all music sucks, art is bin trash. And let me just tell you, we try so hard to go and watch these films. I think Dune was like one of the only good movies that's happened in the last 10 years. I haven't even had a chance to see it.
Dune, the remake of the David Lynch film?
Yeah, did you see the new Dune?
I ain't seen the new one,
But they say, from what I've heard and people that I
the
trust,
old one was mediocre.
well, the old one, they claimed they didn't have the technology to push forth the ideas that they were trying to do. And now they have that technology, but I was told that Dune was really, really well. But if you look at all Star Wars movies, you look at these Indiana Jones or whatever it is that's coming out, all these movies has to be bad. It's done on purpose.
So this statue being a form of art that is cause strife or irritation or anger so that would allude to what I said earlier. Is do I think it's purposely made because it's a disembodied body of a historical figure who's revered, and by just looking at it, you probably wouldn't even have an understanding
Exactly.
or an idea of what the picture would even be. You would might not even the arm embrace might not even bring curiosity to it because it I think they do say later in the video, it's a little crude, especially when you put it in different angles. It looks almost like
I mean, I don't think we could excuse the fact that they know that each angle bring a different type of field of view of what's being looked at, or cause actually the viewer to wonder, what am I looking at?
Right.
And you call that art, you call that whatever you want to.
Why isn't it even? Shouldn't it be rotating? Or rotatable?
Or something.
Is this
no.
fixed?
Well, no. If it was to
It seems
commemorate and celebrate somebody, it shouldn't be cryptic. It should be. It shouldn't be. It should be clear. It should be clear that that's Martin Luther
And the
King.
reason why it's not clear,
That's
and
a
the
good
reason
point.
why it's not clear is because it needs to cause you disgust.
Yeah, so you can only
This
assume what's
reality
your actual point.
is possibly feeding off of our disgust for it. It's every turn we take, something is so trash.
We have to understand who we are. Like, you think about it. We are, I'd assume, are human beings. And all of us, want to be good. We want to be viewed good by our fellows that are around us. We want to be good people to our families. But if you look at the world, this cannot be a human activity. Something have
It does feel algorithm based.
It's not.
It does feel.
It's
It
not.
does feel outer humanity. It feels soulless.
Okay, and the thing about it is,
It feels like someone without a soul okayed this
because it's like
to some degree.
The monument or the piece of art, or I don't even know how to refer to it specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to, even if you wanted to partake some of my resources from someplace else, you would do it and stuff like that. But you went to the point to complete destruction. There's something weird that makes it seem what all of us are allowing to happen is a problem.
Right.
And I think we're
And
waiting.
what do you mean when you say when all of us are allowing this to happen? Tell me what you mean by that.
Because I think everybody understand the right and wrong of it. I think a lot of people understand that something is not right. And then a lot of times that happens in our face, but then we really don't do anything about it.
You know why? Because we got to pay rent.
Yeah.
And we got to take our kids to school. So we got no time to talk about this monument or this tribute to this man. And let me just go back a little bit about this point that I'm making, about this reality that we are in that feeds as a commodity off of fear and all of our disgust and our hatred and our disappointment. Our disappointment, this reality is feeding off of. And I would argue that the 3,000 people that agreed to this were not in on it. They were unaware that what they were putting out there looks as bad as it was. You know how they say you're too close to something, you don't really see it. You have to step away from it. I would argue that these people are full of, these 3,000 people that were involved in this, I would argue are NPCs, non-player characters, yes men, so to speak, people that were given an opportunity to be part of something and they didn't care what it was. I get to be part of this, then I want in.
You know?
Look
I
at
think-
me.
I think
Look
it's
how good I am. Look
I
at
think-
what I'm in. Let me show you on my Instagram what I was involved in today.
I think, I think there's a lot of truth to that, and I think a lot of folks get involved with things, but they see the little piece that they're given to work with, but they don't see the overall big picture. So, for example, you may have a friend that's of certain sexual orientation, and now you have the movies and the media, and it's kind of like, if a person is of an actor, so to speak, and they give him this role to play, he'll do it because he just think it's working, so on and so forth.
Right.
But when you look across the spectrum, there's something that's being pushed.
Wait.
So you may be unknowingly pushing something that you may even agree with.
Like let me say this.
So
Like the movie Poltergeist. People could not believe that the parents would allow a child to create such being an evil movie like this. The child was unaware.
right.
Because each individual scene that this child was in was so many blinders were put on there that the child was unaware of how evil and demonic this movie was.
Right.
So the child was totally protected from it because it's just like those 3,000 people. They are not in on it.
Right.
They didn't know the severity of this phallic, organ-like thing being held with no regard, where anyone that in the next 5-10 years is going to walk by this, they're never going to know what that is. They're not going to even care.
Right.
Kids are going to just try to figure out, where can I skate over here?
Right.
Is this a smooth enough surface for me to do a good ollie?
Exactly.
Ulrich. We're going to give Ulrich the last word.
That's what I don't know start, but I think I think what you guys are referring to is like I think society or whoever we believe is in power, what have you, kind of would dangle a carrot, and that carrot might be say you're the carrot for an actor.
Right.
Is to win an Academy Award, and the way to get this carrot is to maybe to play a alternative character,
Right.
to play some other character, or maybe you mentioned the homosexual
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubt, play a woman, play
Right.
something. I guess I've always seen the black men rewarded and getting paid for big roles for dressing up like black women. How Martin gets rewarded for dressing up like black women. He gets like the sequels, and he was one of the richest people when it came specifically to the black community. But I think that extends outward. And now it became popular to cross-dress, and there was power brought up out of somebody for cross-dressing. Big
Right.
Brother was authoritative and strong, and Medea was a badass and stuff like that. So they dangled that carrot, and now it became part of society. And I don't know what carrot what carrot they're doing, because whatever carrot this is by installing the statue just seems to be like they just did it to cause strife, because I can't see anything
Absolutely.
positive or even clear or anything that's just not controversial about this statue. It started with no
But what's
applause.
crystal clear to you is still hindsight for the creators. What's crystal clear to you, these people are unaware of that, and they think that something is kind of wrong with us for seeing the phallic in it, for seeing the organ-esque in it, for seeing the lack of not having what should be representative of. They don't get that.
No, what they know is racial art is above criticism. So
That's
yeah.
another thing too. That's another thing too. Racial, unless it's about Indians, then you can talk. Then you can be angry. But when it comes to black America, then it's more carte blanche, is what you're kind of saying, right? You can just kind of just put out shit and
No, I
Well,
think that
you know-
Daniel's character. I just picked the population they want to get moving, or they want to move towards a specific way. I think it doesn't just happen to black people. I think it happens to white people.
What we have happening
Wait.
right now is a new version of washing history.
washing history.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Scrubbing it. The way they scrubbed all that great stuff that was on YouTube all those years ago.
Right.
Back
Like
in
they scrub-
2017,
like
where
when
you
they
can
scrub
like,
scrub the
back in
pyramids,
20, not
they scrubbed a lot
27.
of stuff. Scrub the Sphinx. Scrub
Right.
the
Right.
off of that thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know, I'll say another thing.
Great point, Dom.
Yeah.
The nose looked like yours.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I'll
the
take-
nose looked like yours. Yeah. And the man went around and knocked all the noses
Noses
off,
off.
right? Yeah, that was kind of crazy. So this is the new nose knocking of history
Yeah.
right now. what we
They try to
doing.
remove the booger.
Yeah, they're trying to. They're talking about Coretta Scott's and Mike and
So everybody that sees
But Coretta Scott and Martin Luther King's love was bigger than his Nobel Prize, because the biggest emphasis is the embrace, not that he won the historic prize. It's that they're together
Just watch
and
it
they're
from the
holding each
whole
other
thing.
up as if that they, I don't know, it's supposed to say something.
on one of those views, it almost seemed like somebody with their hands behind their head,
Being
hitting the floor.
handcuffed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Definitely looked like some sort of handcuffing and knee to the neck and butt in the air. It was a truly
Interesting
a
piece of
mission.
work.
It was a mission. You know what's great about art is the fact that we can have interpretations of art and have these emotions towards the art. I would say it was trash. What say you, Doc?
I say that
Oh, wait. Christopher Perkins said this money could have went to so much more. We could have helped out so many people. This and that and the
I
other.
agree with that. But
Can I say something about that?
no.
Christopher Perkins, respectfully, do you ever think $10 million created this? No.
This thing.
$10 million is
That's a
just a
great
number
point.
that they put out there to get you more angry, to get you more disgusted. Let me just say this. All this money that's being spent on things like this are numbers on a screen. There's no actual money. It's all numbers on a screen. You go to your account and you look it up and boom, it tells you how much you have there. There's no exchange of anything. It's just an adding of a 1 or a 0 or 8 or 3.
Oh no! Oh wait. I disagree with the notion that $10 million wasn't allocated towards it. I think $10 million was allocated towards making this project, and then it didn't necessarily even go to the
Exactly, yes.
the people who built it or anything like
Yes,
that.
yes,
It just
exactly.
oddly went through the people
The
who
way
were
we're
just in
supposed
the
to go
meeting
to.
saying,
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
well,
was
that's how
good.
we move the money around. That's how we move the money around.
Exactly.
That's
So,
why
you
I
know.
could be a regular working person.
There's no way that
Yeah.
cost $10 million
That's why
to
I
make.
could be
That
a
would make
regular
my
working
to make.
person and get into Congress, and then I'm in Congress for about 6 years and come out and I'm like multi-millionaire.
Right.
So we do.
$10 million.
I'm Big
for a quarter
Elvis
and
the
a
Chef Rosenberg. I'm here with 2 of my friends.
Yeah.
One of them name is,
Ulrich.
the other one,
Dr. Surgeon, the people's doctor.
and we thank you. We gotta check this, right? Shall we do this?
All right.
Let's see. Christopher Perkins going in.
Yeah.
That money could have been helping a lot of people. Right. Rob Lowe, peace to you as well. Devil's Advocate. I don't know which is worse, the Bronze Memorial or who's that?
I'm not sure. That's something
What he said? What was it?
ECCE Homo?
Oh, Eke Homo. That's like I don't know, a prehistoric thing. I can look it up because I could be completely wrong, but it's like a prehistoric sculpture, a prehistoric like drawing or something.
Right.
Along those lines.
It's a split in the black community, face and poor people all over America. It's a split in the black communities. Oh, it's a spit in like spitting in the black community's face. and poor people all over America.
Yeah, it could be a way of taunting, and it's hard to get off that taunt because we did something for you. They saying this
Right.
is your man. Yeah.
Ooh, taunting us. This is your guy. Look how we did your guy, and you loved it.
No, I think no taunting the way of look at the money we spent to do this for you. To point right to poor people. We did it for you poor people to show you got something to worship and to bow down to.
Don't forget the Venmo, and don't forget the Cash App. That's $ Elvis Rosenberg and at Elvis Rosenberg, Elvis-Rosenberg for the Venmo. We appreciate you. We'll be back in 5 minutes with the next segment.
Peace.
All right.
Love you. That's a fact.